What's up, everybody? We are here in San Francisco at the Chinatown Music Festival, and we are right next to Mr. Genie Music.
Exactly. The Genie Music is
the Genie Music. So why do you have to add the?
What do you mean? On my Instagram? It's because...
it's on the Instagram.
It's the Genie Music on Instagram.
But when people call you, it's just...
I mean, my artist name is The Genie, but people just call me Genie.
That's what That's why.
Exactly.
And we're right here in his car. He actually designed this car. He put all this shimmery stuff all together, and he has an even more elaborate installation at his studio, and he's got some cool stuff going on right now that's new. So this is a great update, catch up with the artists right here, and I want to share with everybody what this whole scene is about. So tell us the instrument that you play, and what's up with this design.
Well, I'm traditionally a guitarist, right? That's what I've been doing most of my life, is playing guitar.
What kind of guitar?
I play a variety of, I play electric guitar. Let's say when I'm doing my live looping, I play electric guitar, but I have it connected to some loop pedals, some Line 6 DL4 loop pedals, and I also have a synth, a Korg synth attached to that, a micro Korg, and so I have synth and guitar going into that. Then I have vocals, a microphone attached to my head, and that goes into the Korg, and so I do vocals through the synth, but like with my hand I play the notes, but then I'm singing, so it comes out kind of like wispy, angelic, robotic, somewhere between angelic and robotic.
So for people who have followed some of my videos some time ago, I don't know when was that time when we were at his studio previously, before it's moved to a
new location, bigger location,
and it's also been redesigned because it's a new space.
Yep.
So that time when we were there, it was already like super cool, and we did a few of these music clips, so we got a feel of his music, his sound, his vocals, and the instrument that he's talking about, and of course the setup. So tell us more about this this instrument that you're talking about. You said it's guitar, and you've been doing it for how long? What got you into that?
I've been doing it most of my life, a few decades, I guess, that I've been playing guitar. I started with, like, in the late 80s with hard rock, because at the time...
So that's the kind of music, it's hard rock.
Yeah, like, that whole world was like the thing way back then, and so that's when I started. Eddie Van Halen, rest in peace, that was like one of my first guitar heroes, and Randy Rhoads, and later I got into Metallica, and then on and on and on and on. So guitar has been my life. But in 2002 I went out to Montreal to Canada to travel and try out this live looping style I had been working on, and it really took off there. So since 2002 I've been essentially just doing music. So
it's just you, or do you also play with others? Do you do just like solo, or what's going on?
Mainly I'm just a solo artist.
Yes.
Because I do live looping, which allows you to do, be your own accompaniment, because you're looping whatever you want in the moment. And the way I've designed it, it's I'm kind of doing like live remixes where I'll take a song, and I call that G-mixing. For instance, I'll take a song that I select ahead of time, like let's say My Posse's on Broadway by Sir Mix-a-Lot. It has that drum. I sampled the part of the song where it's just the beat, and then I layer on top of it. Recently I did The Cure, a song by The Cure. So then I drop that on top of the original in real time, and then it follows the song. So it's like a live remix. I call it G-mix.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's the idea. That's just an example.
So your music, what genre is that? Like what style?
I mean, genre. So I can select from any variety of genres. Oftentimes I do hip-hop, or like drum and bass, or house, or whatever I want, really, as long as there's a beat. I call it G-mixing because it's like remixing, but there's no laptop, so I'm doing it live in the moment with hardware versus software and dragging the mouse.
Got it.
You know what I'm saying? So that's the G-mixing style. Initially, when I first started, I called it scratch guitar when I would beatbox. Initially I started beatboxing.
So
you know what I'm saying? Oh God, it's been years. It's been so many years. Literally, like about almost 10 years. Once I started doing it with, let's say, in the beginning, I attached an iPod to my guitar so that I could like control it there and drop the beat and then loop it. Now I have an iPad and I use like Tractor or DJ or one of these programs to sort of DJ, but at the same time I'm looping different parts. Anyway, that's that element of what I do. Today at the Chinatown Music Festival, I just did a Spanish guitar set because, you know, everything is sort of acoustic and they're not really having singing and there's the restrictions and whatnot.
Oh, really?
But, you know, yeah, so I did an acoustic Spanish guitar set.
Nice.
So oftentimes, I'll do like just acoustic, you know, like Spanish guitar where I interpret traditional old songs or modern songs where I'll create my own, you know, fingerstyle interpretation, you know.
Okay, I think we're gonna listen to more of this.
Hope I didn't bore you.
No,
Was that
it's
boring?
great.
That's kind of boring.
No. I think a lot of people don't know what kind of music you're playing, so that's really important to understand. It's sort of like understanding the language that a person
You kind of got to
speaks,
see
or like,
it and
exactly.
absorb it. I can
Yeah.
explain it, but it, you
Yeah.
know.
So later, you know, you'll play a little bit once we get to your studio. But I also want to know, you know, what's been the impact, what's been exciting. How do you keep it together? And obviously more about the instruments, the guitar itself, how it looks like, what's so cool about it, what's unique about it, what makes it the Genie music, and then also style. I mean, what's up with the white thing, you know, and the shimmery, shiny.
I just love it. I love the aesthetic. So creating these studios, these spaces, you know, it's been about 5 years or so, you know, since I first started. I started with one wall behind me, and that became every surface. Floor, wall, ceilings, and then that from, you know, after a few years of doing that at my old studio, kind of developed my own style where I have let's say mylar, and mylar is like imagine a mirror but in like film, kind of like where I buy 4 foot by 100 foot rolls, and I've used like at least 1,000 feet of my mirrored mylar. So I ordered it, and then I put it up on everything, and I have some of it hanging from the ceiling to the floor. So when you walk by, or if you know, I have fans in there, that will like kind of like exactly. So your whole reality is kind of like warping around you.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. The photography is amazing in there.
I know. So do people get to sort of like hire you?
Yeah,
for...
people rent the space.
But what if they ask you, can you jazz at my space?
I've gotten, I did one installation for Airbnb experiences. Because prior to the lockdown, I was doing Airbnb experiences where people would get a 2-hour experience in my studio. I would play for them, take their photo, and just do a whole 2-hour trippy, you know.
And now it's kind of like on the whole.
It's apparently it's coming back October 23rd.
Okay.
You know, so I'm kind of trying to like figure out how I'm gonna shape it now with, you know, current times. But I've been getting a lot of clients through Peerspace that rent my space for photo and video shoots. So they rent it from me, and then, you know, in which case I have it empty for them, you know, not without my gear. But then you get the full experience of the whole, you know, it's really beautiful.
Right.
But so Airbnb experiences for their actually a year ago for the last Halloween.
Okay.
They hired me for to basically build the Crystal Mirror space at their building.
Right, I know where the building is by brand.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah. Are you kidding me?
It was
I tour people there. Whenever
hella
I
fancy.
I show them where the
It was dope. It was dope. So
HQ.
I created it, and then I did a concert in there. This was for the employees for their Halloween party.
Right.
You know.
I actually performed in front of Airbnb.
Really? How did that happen?
Yeah. I don't know. They just dragged me on stage. It's actually a violinist, a super popular violinist.
Were you singing?
No, I was freaking playing the doombox.
Oh, cool.
And I was like, what am I doing here? And why are you doing this to me? And they said...
Come on board.
said, and he has a brother who sold me that instrument and trained me, but it was like just one session. I said, do you realize I just had one session with the thing?
Yeah.
I was like, but then, you know, I also trained with Baba Duru, so we're all good. It's all about the. No, I mean fortunately I'm able to play in those like cool spaces, but that
Yeah.
was like insane when they had a corporate party or something,
Yeah.
and then they put me at the front, and then one of my good friends who happened to be my speaker when I ran an event, she was watching and she took videos and she was just like all excited. I was like, no way, and then it just happened. So now I'm fearless.
Fearless.
Yeah. No, I mean like I get to jam a little bit more,
Yeah,
and
that's
usually
cool.
it's like the place where you always jam to, where it's
Cafe
not.
Revolution. It's closed down, right?
I know right
Yeah,
now.
but there's like people that still kind of kick it there.
Yeah, I mean like I'm sure like when all this is like squared out,
Yeah.
then we'll get back to the vibe. So we're gonna come back to this chat, and we're gonna do it when we have the location that we're talking about. This is the new spot for this studio, and I hope you hang in there and just
And just like
catch us,
vibe
catch
out.
us, yeah, catch us in the next part. Thanks a lot.
Toodaloo.